this is my layout. For those of you who've been on my pages and been keeping up with my madness, if you haven't, these are my Facebook pages. If you haven't been on them and liked them, please do so. You'll see a lot more still pictures, video pictures, and everything else. As for my YouTubers, please thumbs up, thumbs down, like my page, like my channel, I should say. Keep saying pages. I'm just giving an account of my going over the model railroad. I've given there's booze sitting on my layout. I just went to a rummery here in Florida in Tampa, and the place is awesome. I'm a big drinker, so either way, let's walk away from the booze real quick. I've been going into DCC. I'm still trying to figure out programming and everything else. I only got a handful of locomotives that got DCC decoders in them, so I'm just trying to experiment and figure out how to tie things together. Other than that, I've just been playing around with that. That and the wiring. Something I've been telling you guys about. I've been doing some wiring on the underside of the layout. Let's see here. Hold on. You can see I've been using T-taps. I've been using speaker wire, 14 gauge speaker wire connected to 20 gauge speaker wire that runs to the tracks, as you can see here. Everything's neat, tidy, runs from point A to point B. And I got 2 wires hanging down. That's going to go to the extension of the layout. But other than that, all the other wiring's done. All very neat, nice, pretty, separated. Someone told me to separate them as best as possible, your positive and negative wires, so I did. And a section that I am going to be getting into, probably starting today, this afternoon, and it's going to extend into when we get the new flooring in, my crow's nest. Actually, the crows were complaining it was so bad. Yeah, this wiring's hanging down. It just, over a period of time, just hangs down more and more and more. This is not due to track. This is all lighting for the town and stuff like that. I just quickly threw it under there, hooked it up, made sure everything works. But a lot of this is going to get the same treatment as the rest of the layout. It's going to be set up in the same manner. I just got to get to doing it. I use the Woodland Scenics controls for the lighting. I really like them. You don't have to use diodes on them to control the voltage of the lights. These have a rheostat on them. Let me see if I can get you a good picture of them. They got a rheostat to them, and the camera's not focusing on it. But they got a rheostat on them, and you can set them to however you want. And you can set them so you get the right voltage going to the lights as well, and the right brightness. All the blocks are going to be moved to that wall, and all the wiring's going to run to that wall. That little box there is my Thunder and Lightning from what's the name of that company? Yeah. Broadway Limited. That thing is awesome. Very good low bass to it for what it is. But either way, all the wiring is going to run to this back wall here and get wired in. And I just wish that the wiring I would have done right the first time, but I didn't. So, learning lessons. But all that's going to get cleaned up underneath this layout. And we'll have all our lighting moved and everything else. I just got some more replacement wire, for extension wire for the lighting. I'm going to try to keep everything the same color, same everything, so it doesn't get mixed up with anything. And I got some more plugs for more lighting. These work really good. They've got 2 plugs on there. You cut it in the middle, and it allows you to add more Chinese LEDs, because I found that Chinese LEDs work. The street lights and stuff work really good with the Walther system. Like I said, being that they got a rheostat on them, and you can adjust the voltage going to the lights, and you ain't got to monkey around with all kinds of wiring and diodes and everything else. You can get a lot of lights on there. I found I can get 5 of those cheap little Chinese lights on per per plug. So we're doing pretty good. But we're going to rewire everything, get it neatened up under there, get it up and tidy, and add some more lighting. And I got a lot of building detail I got to do, but I'm not going to do that till after the carpet gets put in, because the layout needs a major dusting. I got to finish up the hotel, the pool. Yeah, my hotel even has a pool. A lot of people don't realize that. Let me see if I can get in for it. But yeah, I even got a pool in my hotel. It's going to be filled with drunks that come to the clubs and stuff like that. We're gonna make a lot of changes to the layout, but it's gonna start from underneath, and eventually I'm gonna figure this damn thing out. That is a pain in the ass. It makes me almost wish I didn't go DCC, but then again, all the wiring, it did save me. I'm kind of good with that. So switches, I think a lot of my switches are going to remain manual. I was thinking of making them remote, but then I said to myself, I'm going to have all these controls all over the freaking place. Whole reason of going DCC, I didn't want a control board taking up more room in the train room. But plus too, I think manually throwing the switches are more fun. The only switches, there's only like 3 switches I really can't get to, and that's the ones behind the backdrop. Again with the booze. I'll have to go back in the liquor cabinet. But either way, yeah, that's about where we're at. And I'm not looking forward to this mess, but it's gonna get fixed. Alright guys, I'm gonna let you go. You have a good Sunday afternoon. Enjoy yourselves. I'm gonna be underneath this layout working on stuff, and maybe play around more with the DCC, trying to figure out how to get these locomotives to do what I want them to do. Okay guys, have a good Sunday. I'll see you.